Hello and welcome to the Valley Oak Paper YouTube channel. I'm Cecilia and the theme of my monthly video hop is Flower Power. Naturally, I've chosen to use Pinkfresh Studio floral products in this video, specifically Peony Fantasy. Yesterday I spent an enjoyable half hour with a beautiful hot foil plate. I foiled it on vellum in two different white glimmer foils and on hammer mill with two different gold foils. Here are the Peony Fantasy stencils. There are 6 of them, 3 each for the flowers and the leaves. I have chosen palette 391 from the color cube. Here are the colors and stencil numbers. On the packaging, the designer used the same yellow color for the flower centers and the lightest leaf color. That makes them look a bit autumnal. I used a lighter green color so the foliage looks more like spring. There were only 2 greens in the palette, so I added a third, lighter one. You can find this table on my website, valleyoakpaper.com. I'm starting with the color Citron in the flower centers on Stencil 1. Staying with Stencil 1, I blend mint onto the leaves. Stencil 2 colors in the lightest color on the peonies. I'm using Sun-Kissed for them. Even for this light color, I'm trying to concentrate the color near the center of the flowers, rather than blending them uniformly. That makes a surprisingly big difference in how lifelike the flowers appear in the end. Stencil 3 fills in the midtones, and I'm using Clementine ink. This is the result so far. It's already so pretty. The darkest flower ink is Persimmon. That's what I'm using for Stencil 4. This video is part of my monthly video hop. The theme for May 2025 is Flower Power. I'll put up a card to the playlist at the top. There are also individual links to the other videos in the description. Get in touch if you want to join us next month. My favorite green, Mermaid Cove, is what I'm using for Stencil 5. That's the mid-tone for the foliage. Finally, the darkest foliage color I'm blending is Lush Forest. With the ink blending done, I'm using the coordinating die to cut out all the peonies at once. I'm also cutting out some accent opaque and stacking behind my stenciled flowers. Then I'm cutting out one set of vellum flowers as well. For my sentiment, I've selected a few stamps from Caitlin Schaefer's Beyond Happy stamp set. To give myself options, I'm stamping them first with Versamark and heat embossing them in gold. Then I'm stamping them with Mermaid Cove ink. I'm using the coordinating dies to cut them out. I've die cut the cover plate daisy chain to use as my background. And now I'm adhering it to a piece of hammer mill for a low-key textured background. When it's dry, I'm gluing it to the front of my white card base. The theme for Pinkfresh Studio's monthly challenge is frames. So I'm die cutting both frames from the ornate rectangle frame die set. They each create 2 frames. I'm using the inner frames because I like the simplicity. I stacked 4 layers of each. For the outer frame, I used a brushed gold cardstock, and for the inner frame, I colored the surface with Mermaid Cove ink. Now we have all the pieces we need to put together the card. I'm starting by gluing some of the vellum flowers to the background to soften it a bit. Then I'm gluing the outer gold frame on top of them. I continue to fill in the background with vellum flowers. Then I glue the inner green frame on top. This is what we have so far. I really like the effect of the nested frames. Before deciding on gold and green, I tried out having both of them be white, both gold, or both green, but I like this combination the best. The white frames got lost against the background, the green frames were too severe, and 2 gold frames was kind of meh. I love the flowers, but I also want the frames to show, so I'm starting by placing 3 flowers. Then I'm auditioning different sentiments, first at the bottom of the card, then towards the top. I'm pretty sure now that I want the big flowers in the lower left corners, with the upper right corner left free. So I've added foam tape to the backs, and now I'm gluing them down. Here I'm adding more flowers on the left and right sides. I'm gluing down the sentiment in the top center of the card. I filled in a few more flowers, and off camera I added some ombre glitter drops. Here's the final card. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The flowers are just gorgeous, and the nested frames really pull it all together. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this floral card. Don't forget to check out the other designers who are creating flower power cards this month. There are links to their videos in the description box below. That's also where you'll find links to the products I'm using in today's card and my blog post on valley-oak-paper.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.